Hey everyone, it's me Bailey and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my April TBR. So as per usual, I'm going to be picking from my TBR prompt jar and picking my TBR based on the prompts that I pick from this jar. So this month I will be doing 10 picks again, even though I did not read all of the books that I picked last month. So I do have 4 prompts that will be going back in the jar for a chance at another round of being picked. So those prompts going back in the jar are Paranormal Romance, Goodreads Choice Award winner within the last 3 years, Second Chance Romance, and author's name starts with A. So these 4 prompts will be going back in the jar for the chance at another pick in possibly April or a later month. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get on into the video. I'm going to put these back in here and we are going to pick some prompts to read in April. So we're going to start with pick number 1. So pick number 1 is a book with a randomly generated word in the title. So that is a little random and kind of hard. So we are going to be pulling up a number generator. I have my computer right here. So I'm going to pop my computer screen up on the screen for you guys to see. So basically I pulled up a random word generator and I'm going to do a list of 10 words and pick a book that has one of the words in the title. So we're going to hit generate random, and so that gave me 10 words. The words are product, terminal, us, weave, law, firefighter, defeat, voice, cut, and implicit. And for this one, I'm happy with these words because it has the word us in this list, and that is perfect because that means that the first book on my TBR is going to be This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan. And I recently read Before I Let Go in March and I absolutely loved that book. So I went and picked up the second book almost immediately. So I'm super excited to read this. And I'm so interested in Soledad's story and like the drama that I just know is going to be in this book. So I'm super excited that this is the pick for this prompt and I cannot wait to read it in the month of April. On to pick number 2. Pick number 2 is a romance. Okay, so for romance, I'm going with Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. This book comes out April 2nd and I've already pre-ordered it, so I'm super excited to read it. I love Abby Jimenez's book, so I'm super excited to read this one. Like I said, it comes out April 2nd, so I don't actually have a physical copy with me, but it is going on my TBR for this prompt and I'm super excited to read it in the month of April. On to pick number 3. Okay, so pick number 3 is 500 plus pages. So for a book with 500 plus pages, I'm going with Saving Six by Chloe Walsh. And this is the 3rd book in the Boys of Tommen series, and this is the book following Joey and Aoife's point of view during the events of Binding and Keeping 13. So I'm super excited to continue on with the series. I'm picking this up in anticipation for Taming 7, which is the book that I really want to read, and so I wanted to finish out the other 2 books in the series before that one comes out later this month. So I am super excited to dive back into this world, so I'm putting this on the TBR for April. On to pick number 4. Okay, so for pick number 4, we have Author's Name Starts with S. Okay, so for Author's Name Starts with S, I'm going with Priest by Sierra Simone. This is the first book in a series that I don't know the name of, but I've heard definitely some different things about this book and I've had it on my shelves for a while, so I'm interested in picking it up. Hopefully I can get to it in April. On to pick number 5. Okay, so for pick number 5, I got a book that has magic in it. Okay, so for a book that has magic in it, I'm going with Ruthless Vows by Rebecca Ross. This is the 2nd book in the Divine Rivals series, and this book, based off of where we left off in Divine Rivals, I'm super excited to read this, and it definitely does have magic in it, especially considering we're dealing with like a magic typewriter and things like that. So I'm super excited to get to this book and hopefully I'm going to love it as much as I loved Divine Rivals. On to pick number 6. Okay, so for a cozy read, I'm going with Finlay Donovan Knocks Them Dead by Elle Costanzo. This is the second book in the Finlay Donovan series. I recently read Finlay Donovan is Killing It in March and really had such a good time reading that book. So I'm planning on picking up the second one, especially based off of how the first one ended. So I'm super excited to continue on with this series, and so that is my pick for a cozy read. On to pick number 7. Okay, so pick number 7 is a slow burn. Okay, so for slow burn, I'm going with Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. I have heard that this is a slow burn rivals to lovers kind of cozy fantasy novel. So this is the book that I'm going to use for this prompt. I've heard really good things about this book. I don't know if I'm the biggest cozy fantasy lover, but I'm definitely interested to see if I'm going to end up liking this book. On to pick number 8. Pick number 8 is a book that starts with S. So for a book that starts with S, I'm going with 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. This was on my TBR for March and I did not get a chance to get to it. So I'm hopefully going to get to it here in April. I read Before I Let Go, which I've heard is kind of similar to this book, and I really enjoyed that one, so I'm hoping that I'm going to enjoy this one just as well. Pick number 9. So pick number 9 is a 3-word title, and for this pick I'm going with Bridesmaid for Hire by Megan Quinn. This is Megan Quinn's newest release. It is not out yet when I'm filming this. It actually comes out April 2nd, so I have pre-ordered it and it should be here that day, so I'm adding that to my TBR for this prompt. I'm super excited to read it and hopefully get to it in April. So for our 10th and final pick, we've got Gray on the cover, and for this one I'm going with Bride by Ellie Hazelwood. And obviously you can see it, there is some gray on the cover, so I am super excited to read this book. I've heard mixed things about this book, but I feel like it's going to be more in my alley than a lot of people, but I'm super excited to read this book. I loved everything that I've read from Ellie Hazelwood, so I don't expect anything less from this book, and yeah, I'm just super excited to hopefully get to it in the month of April. All right, so these are the books that I'm planning on reading in April, minus a couple that I don't have yet or that I'm getting from the library, but I'm super excited about this TBR. I cannot wait to read a lot of these books. They have been on the top of my TBR, so I'm super excited to hopefully read most of these, if not all of them, in April. But yeah, so that's gonna be the end of today's video. If you have read any of these books, let me know down in the comments. I would love to know what you thought, what you rated them. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more content from me. I will have all of my social media linked in the description, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!